What's up, everybody? Well, I've had the PS5 for just about a week now. Now it's time to talk first impressions. For a little bit of context, I'm a PlayStation fanatic. I definitely have my issues with some of the systems that they've had in their lineup, but I am a PlayStation guy, so go ahead and put that out there. I love Xbox too. Wasn't really a fan of Xbox One X too much, but I am an Xbox fan as well. I am a part of the camp that believes you can be fans of both, but if I had to choose one, I'm definitely a PlayStation guy. So if that's going to color your opinion in this video, go ahead and let it color it. But PS5 dropped last Thursday. I got it on launch day. I was one of the lucky few to be able to secure a pre-order. Got here Thursday night, plugged it in, and I've put about maybe 6 or 7 hours on the PS5 since last week. I know those are rookie numbers compared to a lot of other channels, but hey, that's all the time that I had. But I've had enough time to be able to talk about my impressions with the system, what I like about it so far, what concerns me about it so far, maybe some things that I don't like or hopes for the future. Before I get into all that though, I want to give a special shout out to a sponsor of this video, and that is INTOTHEAM, which is an apparel company. They gave me this shirt right here, as well as these. Bam! Bam! INTOTHEAM is a high-end premium quality apparel company. They have a lot of unique designs like the 3 that I just showed you, many more on their website. They sent me these 3 shirts to try on, and as you guys know, I'm a t-shirt whore. Every single video I'm wearing a t-shirt, mostly horror designs and stuff like that, but these designs kind of fit my personality too. A little bit wacky, a little bit crazy, a little bit out there. But one of the biggest things that I look for whenever I'm trying on a t-shirt, or one of the biggest things that will disappoint me after I buy a t-shirt or order it offline without the ability to try it, is how it fits, how it feels. And I'm here to tell you, INTOTHEAM makes some very high quality stuff, because the feel of these t-shirts are very soft, they breathe, they fit well. I'm a tall guy, so a lot of times I have troubles where the t-shirt that fits my body frame is usually a little bit short, and if I raise my arms, all of a sudden I'm showing a little bit of belly button. Don't have that problem with any of these shirts. That's a big thing for me, because very few companies seem to get that right. So if you guys are interested in any of this apparel, go ahead and check out my link down below, and it will save you 10% off anything that you buy. And they also have a T-Club option, which is a subscription-based service where you sign up for it. Every single month you get a new exclusive design, and you save 25% off of the list price of the shirt. So your monthly subscription is $14.95 versus paying $19.95 for a la carte shirts. So if you like that option, they're out there as well. So check out the link down below. Check out all of their lineups of their shirts. Thank you INTOTHEAM for sponsoring this video. And now let's talk some PlayStation. First and foremost, I think if you like PlayStation's setup, if you like how their user interface is, if you like how their systems are, PS5 continues that trend. They're not making gigantic leaps, changing everything from the ground up. They're not switching anything that's gonna make it feel like a foreign system. It still feels like a PlayStation. And if you're a fan of PlayStation like me, you're gonna feel right at home when you plug in the PS5. The user interface is updated, of course. Every single system they do a little bit to tweak it. I actually think this looks very nice, very sleek. It's streamlined a little bit. It's not quite as cumbersome, I will say, as the PS4's. It was never too bad, but this one seems to kind of keep everything condensed a little bit, and I like that. I like a cleaner look. As far as graphically, I have this hooked into a Samsung 55-inch 4K TV that I bought just a couple of months ago, and it looks great. I mean, this generation, admittedly, is the smallest leap that we have had as far as graphical capability. Every single generation, usually it's leaps and bounds better than the last one. This one's more like a hop better than the other one, but it's still better. It still is native 4K. It's still right out of the box, looks awesome on a TV that has the capabilities to show the capabilities of the system. And whether you're playing something like Demon's Souls that's very dark and cloudy and foggy, or something like Miles Morales Spider-Man where everything's neon and bright and reds and yellows and all kinds of colors all over the place, the PS5 has a lot of graphical capability and it looks awesome. Speed is the biggest thing that I have noticed in this system that is a huge leap from last generation. I've played a couple of broadcasts, and I'll talk about that feature as well, where I was playing Spider-Man Miles Morales, and I was kind of making a joke about how cool it was that I could literally fast travel from one end of New York all the way to the opposite corner in literally less than 2 seconds. And I'm not exaggerating with that. I would hit fast travel, the screen would fade to back, I would go 1, 2, oh, there I am. I'm already there, I'm already ready. And it's the same thing as far as loading games. It's even the same thing as far as switching games. When you have the PS button, you press it, there's a little game switcher option down there. And I was playing Bug Snacks one night and went to go back to play Spider-Man Miles Morales. Within 15 seconds, I went from Bugsnax to swinging in New York. That is pretty badass. I mean, it's to the point where us old school gamers that used to take loading screens as like, a piss break, or to, take a sip of our drink or check our phone, those days are over. Now let's talk about the design of the console. Obviously, everybody's tastes are different. There's gonna be people that want something simple and sleek and black like the Xbox Series X, which very much looks at home next to a lot of black shelves and black components and black TVs. They kept a very simple look. PlayStation, for the first time, went very flamboyant with their design. They went for sleekness, for more of a futuristic look. There's been a lot of jokes about how it looks like a router. I get it. For me personally, I think it looks pretty awesome. I have it set right next to my TV. It is big. It is big. It's a big boy. But I think it's an eye catcher. I honestly think that a part of the whole entertainment system that I have in this room, that is a focal point. I like it. Personal preference. Now let's talk about this bitch right here, because I'm gonna tell you, so far, this is the standout star of the PlayStation 5 thus far. This is the new PlayStation DualSense controller. This is, much like the console, the biggest leap in redesign that PlayStation has ever done. It's almost comical if you look at the generations of PlayStation controllers. The DualShock has very minimally changed from PlayStation 1 to PlayStation 4. PlayStation 4 was a little bit more rounded, a little bit more smaller, and that was an awesome controller. And I was a little bit curious on this one. I didn't know if, the longer handles, and they were talking about this haptic feedback with the triggers and having a little bit more interaction, and the vibration functions was going to be a lot more interactive and a lot more intuitive and futuristic. I wasn't sure how much all of that was really going to make a difference. I mean, vibration function's awesome when you blow something up or you're shooting somebody. How good can it really get? Pretty fucking awesome. As far as the fit of the controller, I like the longer handles. I actually think that it feels better than the PlayStation 4 controller, which was a very comfortable controller. So this might be the most comfortable PlayStation controller yet. I like the more sleeker design. I love that they got rid of the light bar. That was a stupid idea. I was one of those people that actually bought stickers of like the Batman signal to cover up that bright ass thing that would just glare on your fucking TV. That was a big misstep, Sony. But this looks a lot better. You just get a little bit of light around this touchpad right here. They got the start button and the create button that are popped out a little bit more. In the DualShock 4, they were flush with the surface, and sometimes when you were playing, you had to kind of feel around to feel it. These, you immediately go to it, you press it, the feedback is there. Now, the haptic feedback in the triggers is pretty awesome so far. Now, again, I'm still only like 7 or 8 hours deep into the PS5. I'm sure games like Call of Duty Cold War, or maybe some other future games that we have coming out, are going to take that technology and make it even better. But even so far, just in playing Demon's Souls and playing Spider-Man Miles Morales, the haptic feedback is actually very cool, to where there's some resistance built into these triggers, to where if you're swinging from a web, if you're shooting a gun, if you're drawing a bow, the tension of the triggers will adapt to put you into the situation of the game. It'll get tighter as you're drawing the bow. It'll get tighter as you're swinging, and then it'll pop whenever your web pops. It sounds like a superfluous little design, and on paper I thought the same thing. But when you use it, when you're playing a game with it, it really does add a level of immersion, and that goes as well for the new vibration functions of the controller. It is so specific in the controller where these vibration feels come from, to where like if a grenade blows up over here, you'll feel vibrations on this side but not this side. In all of the old design controllers, there was just 2 little spindles in here that would spin really fast whenever it needed to vibrate, and the whole controller would go at once. This feels like the controller is literally alive, and I'm really interested to see what they do with that with future games. It was also really easy to set up and transfer all of my info over from my PlayStation 4. Whenever you first turn this thing on, you're going through the setup, choosing your language, all that good stuff. Whenever you hook into your Wi-Fi network or your wired network, if you have a PlayStation 4 that is on that same network, you have the ability to transfer over all of your saved games, all of your trophy information, your account information, and even entire games that you already have paid for and already downloaded on your PS4, just transferring it directly into your PS5. It does take a little while for the initial setup. There was a good 30 minutes, maybe even 40 minutes where I was transferring over about 6 games plus my trophy and my account information that I could not play the PS5 until it was done doing that. But once I was done, I mean, it was like transferring over and I didn't miss a beat. All of my games that I've been playing are right there in the UI, right when I start the PS5, as if I've had it for months. And I didn't know this was a feature. And I don't even know if they really advertised this as a feature. Maybe I'm going to be telling you all this for the first time, but PlayStation 5 has the ability to be remote played through your PlayStation 4. If you've got your PS5 down in the living room and you're up in your bedroom and want to play it, but you got your PS4 sitting there, you literally go into your PS4, choose remote play, and you can play your PlayStation 5 games right there on your TV using your PS4 as like a connection hub. That is fucking awesome. Why did Sony not lead with that? Is that something that's been possible throughout the past couple generations that I just did not know about? Am I gonna get made fun of in the comment section because I think that's badass? Now, one of my favorite new features of the PS5 is the ability to broadcast. I know you could do this to a degree in the PS4, but it was never that great. It is perfect with this new create button. You literally just link up your Twitch account or your YouTube account, click the create button, title your video, press go live, and instantly you are live. You got a camera feed if you have the new PS5 camera, and you have a chat going. It doesn't mess with your view as far as impeding your gameplay. It's smooth. And while I was somebody that never really had much interest in broadcasting me gaming, I've really enjoyed the 3 videos that I've done so far since having this PS5. And if you guys want to follow me on Twitch, just go look for Cody Leach YT, as in Cody Leach YouTube. Figures that was the easiest way for you guys to find me and join me in the fun in these streams. Now, as far as things that I want to say that's, maybe not the most positive thing in the world, I have not had any negative experience with my PlayStation 5. I have heard about a lot of things. I've heard about some bugs with the rest mode. I've heard about games shutting off. I've heard about things locking up in download and everything. I have not personally had any issues with it. Maybe I'm one of the lucky few, or maybe it's people that are just playing 95 hours of this video game system in 4 days that are having these problems. I don't know. I have my suspicions, but I can't personally say anything negative. All that I can tell you is that I have nothing but positive things to say about the system thus far in the little bit of a window that I've had with it. But I will say there's really no reason to rush out and get it yet. There's no awesome exclusive that we have yet. There's no awesome game coming out that you must play and can only play in the PS5. This is one of those generation leaps that I feel like you probably could wait 6 months, maybe even a year if you're just a casual gamer before rushing out to get a PS5, and you'll be perfectly satisfied in that wait. There's a lot of trouble going on right now as far as trying to find these things, trying to find stock, trying to get them locked in. If you're not somebody that is dying to play Demon's Souls or an updated version of PlayStation's Miles Morales Spider-Man, I think you can wait. But like I prefaced it, the PS5 is badass as far as I'm concerned. I have nothing but good things to say about it, nothing but good experiences thus far. Hopefully I'm not jinxing myself by saying that. But this PlayStation fan is very happy. So what do you guys think? Were you able to pick up a PS5 on launch day? If you have both systems, how does this compare to the Xbox Series X? And please be objective. Don't be a fanboy saying one's better than the other. We're just gamers trying to have fun, guys. So let me know down below. Please like and share this video. Hit that subscribe button. Check out Into the AM in my video description and get yourself some shirts. And as always, guys, remember, opinions are like assholes, but that doesn't mean you have to be.